So that just leaves us really with the main event then, Islam versus Charles. And this one, all week, honestly, I can't keep my eyes off like what's going on with it, because 1 minute you've got like Charles walking a lion, and then
so
it's just insane. Isn't
Islam versus Charles is crazy. Skill-wise, it's the best fight I think to make in the UFC at the minute. Again, there's so many factors that go into it. Let's start with level of competition. Obviously, Charles's level of competition is a hell of a lot higher than Islam's, whatever way you look at it. I think Islam's best wins are probably Bobby Green and Drew Dober. And Arman Takasurian or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's probably his top 3 wins. You compare that into Charles, where you've got Chandler, Gaethje, Poirier. I think Charles, I seen on the embedded or the countdown that he's got a finish win over all of the other top 5. So
yeah, it's unreal.
Always
drama as well.
So in terms of competition wise, you would sway towards Charles, but obviously we know that's not just because Islam hasn't fought that caliber of opposition doesn't necessarily mean that it's that easy. We got people like Khabib say it. You've heard guys like DC and that say it for years, that Islam gives Khabib everything he can handle in the gym. He was Khabib's father's favourite fighter. Or not favourite fighter, but his favourite style of fight. He said he enjoyed his style the most. And he's very different to Khabib, Islam, I think. He's got that mauling wrestling style, but he's more of he's not going to sit there and try and smash your face in like Khabib, but he's kind of like going to patiently progress, look to submit you. And I don't know if that's a good game plan against Charles. I don't know. He's so good on the floor. I mean, I wouldn't... If it wasn't Islam, you'd be saying don't fucking go to the ground with him at all. I think not the only hope, but I think naturally it would sway in Islam's favour the longer the fight goes. If he can start mauling and getting Charles tired. The problem you got is, I think personally, Charles is that comfortable on the floor and has got that much mat time and that many accolades on the floor that it's going to be hard to get him tired. He's dangerous as fuck off his back. And when you're there, he's not nervous about having a guy on top of him trying to pound him, because that's his bread and butter. Striking, Islam can obviously strike. He's very good, but I would say the striking advantage probably goes to Charles. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I wonder if it's going to be a bit like sort of Colby and Usman, where they just end up on the feet.
Well, this is it. I mean...
They cancel each other out.
This is the other it. The grappling cancel each other out. But I don't think... I can see what... I just think Islam is that confident in his wrestling. He will go forward and look for the takedown.
Yeah.
I think if he is going to look for the takedown, he's kind of got to be on the cage, where if he does get on, he can kind of crush him up and not give Charles a chance to move his hips and get out. I think if Charles catches him on the feet, when you got Gaethje saying he's never been hit that hard in his life.
Yeah.
If Charles catches him on the feet and he sloppy shoots, and I think it could be all over, and it could be all over fast.
Yeah. What did Gaethje say? It made him feel like someone put a battery on his tongue.
Yeah.
That has got to be the weirdest feeling ever when you get
punched. It's like Oliveira, he's just become like this fucking power punch out of nowhere. I don't think that he's such a big hitter. I think he's just so accurate. Yeah. You watch his punches, nothing like his left hook, his right hand, nothing's wasted. Everything is crisp and everything is accurate as fuck. Like you watch his punch, he catches the jaw, the temple every time, and he flows so well from like the clinch. Like he'll drop and he'll knee from the clinch and then he'll drop a right hand. I mean,
have you ever seen that?
He was always known for his grappling, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was always known for his grappling. Also, like you look at the people he's dropped: Gaethje, Chandler. Did he drop Poirier?
Yeah, I think he did, didn't he?
Well, he rocked him at least, didn't he? I mean, like...
Poirier dropped him as well, though, didn't he? That was...
that's another thing to talk about as well.
It's always dramatic when it's a Charles Oliveira fight.
He throws himself into the fucking fire every time. You've got to give it him. Like, he's not there to rack up points and win on decision. He's prepared to get hurt, I think, almost, because... I think we said this after his last fight, didn't we, on the podcast, that when he goes to his back, it's almost like his equivalent of a boxing standing 8 count.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, come on down and let me recover. Burn some energy whilst I'm recovering. And I don't know. It's a tough one to call. I think Charles will do it, but I don't know. I'm in two minds about it.
I think Charles will do it as well. But you did kind of probably up until about 6 months ago, you were always waiting for Islam to become champion because you just felt like that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Until you see Charles Oliveira as champion and you're just thinking like, I don't know if it's going to be possible now. It's definitely changed.
Stylistically, they're both each other's worst fight in the division, I think.
Yeah. That's why it's so exciting, though, isn't it?
It's such a 50-50 fight. I mean, like, I'm picking Charles. I'd pick Charles by TKO or sub if I had to pick, but I wouldn't be confident betting on any of them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no real clear-cut winner. And I think if Charles wins, I think it puts him in a position where you can start saying this guy's the best lightweight we've ever seen.
Yeah. And
Poirier, Gaethje, Chandler. All right, didn't fight Khabib, but Islam is the next best thing we're going to have to Khabib. And you got Khabib saying that this guy is the best lightweight in the world. Don't know. I mean,
we'll find out if he's like a wish version of Khabib now on the weekend.
Yeah. Look, he's very good, Islam. I just think he's a different style of fighter to Khabib. He's got a mauling style, but it's not like Khabib was nasty when he was. Islam's nasty. He'll break your arm or put you to sleep or crush your jaw. But the Khabib was like trying to pound your face in
and shouting at you at the same time, which is insane. But I think like if Islam was to win, well, or even Charles, I think Charles gives like the McGregor hope of a title coming back.
Yeah,
like, I think that would be...
The only way I see Islam winning is that if he can somehow grind Charles for like 3 rounds and he starts to tire a little bit and he kind of just mauls him that much where he's tired and he gets caught in a submission. But I don't see him knocking Charles out, and I think the days where Charles quits when he gets hurt or in a bad spot, they're fucking long gone.
Yeah, it's like he thrives in that atmosphere now, though, with the carnage, isn't it? The second the carnage just got brought to him this time.
He's at his best. He's at his best when it's fucking chaotic. He's at his best when they exchange him, because that's when he jumps on a neck, or that's when he ends up landing his shots. Like, Poirier put him down twice, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, you just thought Poirier's finally going to get a belt here, didn't you? But then it just got taken away. And like,
you know what? My old man called it when he fought Kevin Lee. When Charles was walking out to fight Kevin Lee, I always remember it because it was when COVID first hit and they fought in a big arena, but it was empty. It was when Gaethje beat the shit out of fucking Ferguson. And I was like, he'll be the champion, he will. And I was like, oh no, because at the time Khabib was still about, McGregor was still, I just beat Cowboy. I was like, Poirier, Chandler just signed. I was like, I don't know about that. I was like, got some tough boys, and then fucking lo and behold, made me eat my words.
That's why he's the coach.
That's why he's the coach. That's why I'm the dull one fighting, and he's the brains of the operation.